Alright, my friends, looks like we're playing an Amonkhet Draft League. We got a Mythic, Bond to the Glorified. I have no idea if that card is good or not. Feels like this is a nice time to try it. So you want a lot of Doom Dissenters, and yeah, it also works good if you want to try to deal damage to your opponent. And yeah, I mean, this green card is pretty good too. I don't like green that much in this format. I'm gonna try this god and see if we can make it work. Ooh. Well, we get black cards at least. So Stir the Sands and Final Reward. So Stir the Sand works fantastic with this card because you get 3 2/2 zombies which you can then sacrifice. I think in a vacuum it's pretty close between Bond and Stir the Sands, but I think Stir the Sands works much better with my card. Also might be in a zombie deck, which creating a bunch of zombies seems good with Bond. So I'm gonna take this card even though I think Final Reward might be a better card. Shadowstone Vizier is a fine card. And blue works pretty good with Bond too, because you can sacrifice cards with Embalm. However, I love Horror of the Broken Lands. Works great with Stir the Sands. And it's a rock solid card. I actually think the card is better than Shadowstone Vizier. It just leaves you a lot of flex. But I loved back in Shards of Alara, I loved to play with Monstrous Caravid, and Horror of the Broken Lands is better in every way. Now Creatures is more powerful these days than back in Shards of Alara, but still this rare is sadly unplayable. Ooh, Destined to Lead. And another Shadowstone Vizier. Also, if I want to stay monocolor, it's Wandering Death, which works pretty good with this card. This card puts creatures into the graveyard in a fast rate, so you can get them back. Don't think Bond is at the greatest in green-black though. That card has a lot of good synergies with Wasteland Scorpion and Bitterblade Warrior. So maybe that is just the most powerful card. Bond is pretty bad in green-black though. I think Wandering Death is a good card, but it's easier to pick up than this card, so you could just abandon this Bond too, maybe. Well then, Gift of Paradise ramps me, but you want something really good. Ramping it to Stir the Sands is not that exciting. Supernatural Stamina is nice with Bond too, I guess. Especially if you can sacrifice something with constant playability. Manticore of the Gauntlet. If I go the Bontu route, I'm gonna have Doom Dissenters, so maybe I just take this. Don't think Pouncing Cheetah is what I want, so branching a little bit here. Even Mind Sensor. It's more cute than it is good. Yeah, I mean, it's a fine card, but nothing you want to go into white for, I don't think. Unburden is fine, Initiate's Companion is alright. I take Unburden, I think. Well, Pitiless Vizier has some nice synergies, and this pack is pretty empty. Hieroglyphic Elimination is fine, but this card is also fine. Now, yeah, Stinging Shot is a fine card. 2 Pitiless Vizier is, I think, too early. Maybe I want Grasping Dunes if I end up green-black. That card has a lot of synergies with the minus counters, of course. Yeah, take it and maybe play it. Yeah, this card has sort of shaped the direction of my draft. If this was a Grand Prix or PVTQ, I may have just taken something else, but I wanted to try this and see if it's good. I don't think it's worth very much, so the monetary concerns wasn't really a factor. It is a pretty powerful card, and if you can play your deck around it, it's fine. Here I'm taking River Serpent, maybe. Or should I take Skirmisher to go with my Bond? I think it's easier to pick up Skirmisher than River Serpent. I was also hoping maybe I could wheel some of the Shadowstone Viziers. Alright, kind of late. Sure. That amount is worth less than a ticket, so. But if you don't try Bond, you don't know how good it is, right? It's a god. Ooh, I may get her on the faith. I have 1, 2, 3 mono black cycle card, 1 blue. We shall see. It's kind of an interesting direction. I think Final Reward is better than Sturdy Sands. It's close though. There are definitely matchups where you rather just play Sturdy Sands. If you play against something kind of aggressive, putting 3 2/2s for 6 mana or have a 2/2. Well then, looks like the gods are shining on us today. Yeah, sweet. I'm gonna take this green insane god, and now I'm gonna obviously go all in on green black. This pack is probably one of the best packs I've seen in this format. We have green Cartouche, Shadowstone Vizier, Lake Claim, Wasteland, Cryptic Serpent. Alright. Putting these blue and red cards aside. Grasping Dunes and Faith of the Devoted is up in the air for now because they need support, and I don't think we have enough support for them right now. Now, oh my god, what a draft. Alright. Defiant Greatmaw is usually a fine card in green-black because you can put up, you can get some minus counter synergies. Curse Minotaur is worse, I think, in this deck. And Wandering Death, I would like to get 1 copy, but the Greatmaw can be great. Let's see. Right now, don't really have too much to work with that. I guess Bond is not great in green-black, as I said. Because the creatures are generally large, and to my mind, I don't think there is any value creatures in green that you can sacrifice. There are no Brindle Shouts, or whatever they're called these days. Yeah. Ooh, Sandworm Convergence. Alright. This deck is kind of a mess, but it's looking pretty sweet. So now I'm playing Gift of Paradise. Probably remove this Fate of the Devoted, and this is this pack is, this deck is just turning into kind of crazy. Quarry Hall is good too, Nari Vital is good, but this is too sweet. Don't want 2 Grasping Dunes, that is for sure. I don't like Spidery Grasp. I think another Unburden could be fine to just cycle into my bombs. Or Bond is not a bomb, but really want to pick up some Doom Dissenters. This is a perfect card for this deck. Well, Cartouche of Strength is amazing. Quarry Hauler is also amazing. And this card works kind of nice with the gods because they can't be destroyed in response, and they are creatures even if they are not active. So, yep, I want to remove a spell, I think, since I didn't take the Unburden or the Final Reward. Right, so Doom Dissenters, please. It's the, for those of you who don't know, it's the 1/1 that creates a 2/2 when it dies, because it works good with Bontu and it's an early blocker that gives me survival. Heaven Earth, very interesting. It's also Soul Stinger. I can't cast a red half on Heaven Earth, so it will just be a Hurricane, and I don't have any mana fixing. So I think I'm gonna take Soul Stinger because it's a perfect card for my deck. It helps me survive. It has -1/-1 counters, so it has some synergy with this card. So yeah, I might have taken the Heaven Earth and played it as a Hurricane, and then maybe splash the double red. But as it is now, I can't. It doesn't really add too much value to my deck. I mean, having a Hurricane would be nice, but well, also Channel Hurricane is a sweet combo, but I don't have Channel. So. Alright, finally I can take a Quarry Hauler. It has some counters to remove or add. You can always, maybe not always, but sometimes you can add minus counters to your opponent creatures. And I don't want another 4-drop. And Nietzsche's Companion is fine if I don't pick up any Doom Dissenters. And this card is playable if you have Sandman Convergence in your deck. Also, I have no Death Touch synergies yet with this card, which I'm hoping to pick up. So, Wasteland Scorpion or Bitterblade Warrior is the card you want with that. This is turning into an interesting deck, which has a lot of different game plans, but ooh, Wandering Death, nice. Nice. Probably remove one of the Unburdens. I have a lot of 3-drops, and Wandering Death is basically a better version for this deck, I think. In a non-creature spell with cycling. People don't seem to like the Quarry Hauler. I like it though. Looks kind of arrogant, obnoxious, annoying. Looks like it's trolling you or something. So look at this guy. He's provoking you. I may need by force for my modern deck. Playing Storm. Ace of Pollen, the green card. But please give me some Doom Dissenters. Ooh. Well, Fate of the Devoted. Let's look at how many cards we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if you count these. 6, maybe. Maybe we can get there on the Fate of the Devoted. Just play like every single different game plan that's possible. Ooh, Honored Ira. It's very nice. Not the perfect card for this deck. I would have much preferred like the Hapatra Vizier of Poisons, because this card is kind of expensive. But it's still going to be better than Cartouche of Strength, since I already have one. And maybe I can pick up something that discards the Honored Ira, like the Mummy for 2/2 Mummy. Maybe. Anyway, hoping to win the Doom Dissenter. I'm gonna be pretty sad if I don't actually. Ooh. Well, this deck has officially turned into a very good one. Mouth to Feed is great. It's a 3/3 on turn 3. It's actually what you want, and then it draws you some extra cards to play this. Since you can dig through your deck. And if I will honor Kudu, I will be a happy camper. Alright. Don't want Nietzsche's Companion number 3. Grim Strider is fine, but this deck I think wants Soul Stinger a little more. Just buys you a lot of time, has some synergies, and is probably on par with Grim Strider. I mean, there are definitely games where you rather have Grim Strider. If you play against a control deck, you probably rather have Grim Strider. But should be called Aragorn or something. Ooh, Oracle's Vault. The alternative is Cartouche of Ambition, but I'm gonna take Oracle's Vault because it's a sweet card. It's much more fun to play with. I don't have any trials also, so the Cartouche of Ambition will be a fine card, but this card. Helps you hit land drops for this. Alright. So spring to mind. I could not cast a blue. Or actually I could. I have the Gift of Paradise. So it's either that or the Blighted Bat. Blighted Bat doesn't seem like it's a good card in this deck. We're not very aggressive. Could take actually Giant Spider too. I think Spring to Mind is what I want. Now I can take Stinging Shot because I just gave up a Giant Spider, so I am a little bit weak on flyers. Cursed Minter is fine, but nothing insane, and Stinging Shot is just very fine sideboard card. Ooh. Greater Sandworm. Alright, nice. And Patras Mark, maybe. I don't think Unburden number 3 is actually. Okay, this card, maybe. We have Cartouche, we have the Sandworm Convergence. Oh, there's nothing else. So. Giant Spider, huh? Right. I think that can replace the Pitiless Vizier at this point. Bontu does not look good in this. And I think I'm cutting this card. I didn't pick up any Death Touch creatures. So I think this is going to be my 23. And I think Stinging Shot is better than Unburden. I think this deck loses to flyers more than it needs to take the last 2 cards in my opponent's hand. I think this card is fine to play as either Rampant Growth for free, and then if I have the Gift of Paradise, I get to draw 2 cards. It's alright. We have some sweet stuff to ramp into anyway. By the way, this card gets a card that's not even printed yet. How does that make sense? No, we can't escape it apparently. Okay. Gate to the Afterlife is trolling us here. You know what? I think I'm actually cutting Bontu. I don't think it's going to be good enough in this deck. We have nothing that sacrifices for value. I'm going to put in the Benefaction of Romas. It gets me Sandworm, gets me Gift of Paradise, and Cartouche of Strength. And I have 2 Aftermath cards, which it can mill for value. I think that's correct. Ooh, a lot of blue now. No, thank you. I think 10-7 is fine because I have the only double green cards I have is double color. I could play 16 lands because I have a lot of cycling, but I also have a lot of expensive cards. So I think this is fine. Yeah. It's a weird draft, but that's how it is sometimes. And yeah. Grasping Dunes. Nah, I don't think so. I could side in Grasping Dunes. God turn 3, and the Sturdy Sands could find some sweet stuff. Maybe it's a mistake not to play Destined Glory, whatever the green-black split card is called. Just didn't think it looked good in this deck. Maybe it's an autoplay if you're green-black. Let me tell me in the comments if I'm insane. That could put some counters on my Cultivator. So that's sweet. Actually, now I can play Rona's turn 3 and Soul Singer turn 4 and putting counters on the Cultivator. So we have a game plan. We're taking some damage though. Nice thing is my opponent has to exert to get through my Cultivator. Otherwise I can just block it. So some value. Looks like a game where we want to save Sturdy Sands to play it for 6, man. Especially now when my opponent has a Crasher. I take a lot of damage here. The question is if I attack with my Soul Stinger or my Ronas. Next turn I can jump and I think so, because I'm actually, I think I might be able to maybe outrace my opponent here. He can't attack with the Entangler. Why just scoop out? Come on, man. That's just... Alright, whatever. So my opponent is aggressive red-green. I think I may want to take out some of the Durdle. Take out this card. It's just like the most dirty card you can get. And Stinging Shot is an option. I think just one other creature could be. This card could be good against a Crasher. He exerts it and thinks it's safe, and then I flash this in and block. Seems like it's alright. I think one Stinging Shot is fine against red-white. They have some flyers, maybe the 2-drop, but I think 2 is overdoing it a little bit. It's possible I should cut the Sender Convergence, but don't have it in me. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Definitely not a matchup where I want Bond to do. That's for sure. That is for damn sure. You can bet on that. I like Initiate's Companion, though, that it actually trades with the Nefcrop Entangler. By the way the draft shaped out, I would have obviously 100% wanted the 2-drop that the 2-drop that gains life when it attacks removes counter. It's kind of slow, but has some sweet cards. Especially Mouth to Feed is what gives this hand hope. One play Flyer. Oh no. Probably cycling here, but which card I cycle is going to depend. If my opponent plays a 2/2 that gives flying, I'm going to cycle the Horror, of course. Alright. I'm going to cycle the... I'm going to cycle the Horror because you could have the 2/2 that exerts for 1. The 2/2 fly that exerts. And I have stuff to do. 3/3 Hippo. Hope he doesn't have a Crusher. This is gonna be pretty much unbeatable. I mean, I have a Cartouche, I guess, but I hope he plays the 2/2 Flyer for 4 mana. That gives +1/+1 when it exerts. That would be a good turn for me. Alright, show me. I have 4 free to follow up, so if he has a trick, you know, what can you do? I can't just... Oh, that was not the end of the world. Alright, so you created a 3/3 first strike. I think it's in my interest to kill that as soon as possible. Also, it's nice that he embalms, so he can't get it back. Okay, that's obviously not attacking. I'm definitely the control deck here. Even though trading I'm gonna take some damage here, but I'm gonna have a guard who'll be able to block next turn, hopefully. Alright, I'm gonna block the 1/1. Can take some damage, right? Famous last words. So do I want to play the guard or the quarry hauler? The guard completely stops my opponent, but if he has a remove as well for the hippo, it's not good. It's not easy to have though, so I'm gonna play the guard, I think. Because the quarry hauler just trades, that's kind of boring. And then just pass the turn. I could maybe have attacked, but this plays around another cartouche a little better, because if I attack with my hippo, then he can play cartouche. Not great. Ooh, that was a sick draw. Right. I think now maybe I can attack with the hippo at least. No, then he can trade it away. So I think it's pretty safe to attack with Gronas now that I'm gonna put 3 zombies on the table. And it is pretty fast clock once you start pumping creatures. This feels pretty safe. And my opponent just scooped again. He didn't have really a fighting spirit, my opponent. I will see you in round number 2 and 3 then, because it's a double elimination.